As of today, the total number of Russian forces is about 711,000 servicemen. At the same time, Russia cannot significantly increase its army due to constant and substantial losses. This was reported by the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Oleksandr Syrsky, in an interview for Channel 24. More details in our video. You are on the Glavred channel. I'm your host Diana. Subscribe to the channel and give us a like. We are seeing a change in the structure of the war and its transition to a higher technological level. We observe that the war has become so technological that now drones of all types dominate the battlefield. Both their quantity and quality have increased, Syrsky noted. According to him, Russian forces have created a large number of specialized units, battalions, regiments, and brigades and continue to build up their capabilities, adapting to the new conditions of warfare. At the same time, the Ukrainian armed forces have managed to significantly increase the effectiveness of their drone forces, which has led to a substantial rise in enemy losses. The core system has also started working, and the troops have become more manageable and effective. Corps commanders are conducting combat operations independently. The command system has become more streamlined, the Commander-in-Chief added. He emphasized that these changes have directly contributed to the increase in losses suffered by the Russian army. We can state what the enemy himself declares. He has fulfilled his plan to staff his armed forces 100%. According to the plan, this meant mobilizing 406,000 people. At the same time, we can state that his losses amounted to 410,000, even a little more, Syrsky emphasized. The general also noted that while at the beginning of 2025 the size of the Russian grouping increased by about 7,000 to 10,000 people per month, over the past 6 months the total number of Russian troops has consistently remained at the level of 710,000 to 711,000. This indicates that even the implementation of all their mobilization plans does not allow them to increase the size of their army, Syrsky emphasized. He added that Russia is indeed experiencing serious difficulties in replenishing its personnel. This is facilitated by the effectiveness of our troops. The latest figures show that the enemy's daily losses average about 1,000 to 1,100 people per day, he reported. In addition, the Commander-in-Chief confirmed data indicating that the losses of the Russian army are approximately 6 times higher than those of the Ukrainian military. Indeed, that's correct. We are talking specifically about the difference in fatalities. This is the total figure for all the armed forces, Syrsky clarified. At the same time, the Russian Service of Radio Liberty, citing official sources in the Russian Federation, reports that Russian leader Vladimir Putin has signed a decree providing for the conscription of 261,000 citizens aged 18 to 30 into the Russian armed forces for compulsory military service from January 1st to December 31st, 2026. The law that changes the procedure for conscripting citizens into military service was adopted by the State Duma in October 2025. Now draft boards will operate around the clock and medical examinations and psychological screening will be conducted. It is also reported that in November, Vladimir Putin signed laws that effectively allowed for continuous conscription into the Russian army, as well as the deployment of reservists to guard and protect critically important facilities. In 2025, the autumn draft into the armed forces of the Russian Federation became the largest since 2016. A total of 135,000 people were conscripted into the army. That's all for now. Share your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like and see you next time.